Think about the bread you buy at the store. It's soft, it's white, but it often goes stale in a few days and is filled with ingredients you can't pronounce. What if there was a forgotten blueprint for baking bread that was not only more delicious and nutritious, but could also stay fresh for over a week? For 500 years, Hutterite women have been the keepers of this sacred knowledge. Today, we are unlocking 20 of their most powerful bread secrets for healthier, long-lasting loaves. This is a masterclass in the art of baking, so if you believe in the power of real bread, make sure you subscribe. Welcome back to the Colony Legacy. In the Hutterite world, bread is more than just food. It is the staff of life. It is served at every meal, a symbol of their communal labor and God's provision. The Colony's bakery is a place of warmth, tradition, and incredible skill. Today, we're not just sharing recipes. We're decoding the deep generational wisdom that makes their bread so legendary. Secret number 1, the living sourdough starter. The first and most important secret is that their bread begins with life. Many Hutterite bakeries do not use commercial yeast. They use a sourdough starter, a living culture of wild yeasts and beneficial bacteria that is kept alive and fed daily. Some of these starters are decades, even a century old, passed down from one head baker to the next. This living leaven does more than just make the bread rise. The long, slow fermentation process breaks down gluten and phytic acid in the flour, making the bread easier to digest and its nutrients more available to the body. Secret number 2, the whole grain foundation. While they do bake with white flour, the foundation of many of their hearty, everyday breads is whole wheat flour, which they often grind themselves. They understand that the bran and germ of the wheat kernel, which are removed to make white flour, are where the vast majority of the fiber, vitamins, and minerals are found. This commitment to whole grains provides them with the slow-release energy and essential nutrients needed for a life of hard physical labor. Secret number 3, the sponge and dough method. To achieve a soft texture with heavy whole grain flours, they use a classic baker's technique called the sponge and dough method. Instead of mixing all the ingredients at once, the process is split into 2 stages. First, a sponge is made with the starter, water, and a portion of the flour. This is allowed to ferment for several hours. This pre-fermentation develops a deep, complex flavor and helps to soften the whole grains. Only then are the rest of the ingredients added to form the final dough. It's a secret of patience that yields a superior loaf. Secret number 4, the natural sweetener, molasses and honey. You won't find refined white sugar or high fructose corn syrup in a traditional Hutterite bread recipe. Their preferred sweeteners are natural and nutrient-rich. They often use a touch of molasses, which is a good source of iron and minerals, or raw honey from their own beehives, which has natural antimicrobial properties. These natural sweeteners not only add a gentle sweetness, but also contribute to the bread's flavor and shelf life. Secret number 5, the power of lard. While modern bakers use processed vegetable shortenings, the Hutterites often rely on another secret from their pantry: pure, rendered lard. A small amount of lard added to the dough creates a loaf that is incredibly soft, moist, and has a tender crumb. Lard also has a natural preservative quality that helps the bread stay fresh for longer. It is a traditional whole food fat that is a key to their signature texture. Secret number 6, the long, slow, cold rise. In our world, we want bread in an hour. The Hutterites know that the best flavor comes from a long, slow fermentation. After kneading, they will often let their dough rise slowly in a cool place, sometimes overnight in a cellar. This cold fermentation, or retarding, slows down the yeast activity, allowing more complex, tangy, and delicious flavors to develop in the dough. It is the secret to a bread that tastes of more than just flour. Secret number 7. The art of hand kneading. While large colony bakeries use massive industrial mixers, the art of hand kneading is still a vital skill. A Hutterite woman learns the feel of the dough in her hands. She knows by touch when it has developed enough gluten, when it is smooth, elastic, and ready. This intimate physical connection to the dough is something a machine can't replicate. It's a form of intuitive baking, a conversation between the baker and the bread. Secret number 8, the communal brick oven. The ultimate secret to their incredible crust is often the oven itself. Many colonies have a massive wood-fired brick oven. These ovens are heated for hours until the bricks are saturated with intense, even heat. When the bread is baked directly on the hot brick floor, the initial blast of heat creates a phenomenal oven spring, making the loaf rise dramatically. The retained heat of the bricks then bakes the bread evenly, creating a perfect, crisp, golden brown crust that is impossible to achieve in a conventional home oven. Secret number 9, the steam injection trick. To get that perfect, crackly crust, Hutterite bakers have a simple but brilliant trick: steam. Just before placing the loaves in the hot oven, they will often throw a cup of water onto the hot oven floor or place a pan of boiling water inside. This blast of steam keeps the surface of the dough moist for the first few minutes of baking, allowing the loaf to expand to its full potential. The steam then evaporates, allowing the crust to become crisp and golden. Secret number 10, the cool completely mandate. The smell of freshly baked bread is intoxicating, and the temptation is to slice into it immediately. The Hutterites know this is a mistake. Their 10th secret is the discipline of patience. The bread must be allowed to cool completely on a wire rack for several hours before slicing. While the bread is cooling, the internal structure is still setting. Slicing into a hot loaf can result in a gummy, doughy texture. Allowing it to cool completely ensures a perfect slice and a better texture. The bread they bake is the foundation of their hearty, healthy diet. This same philosophy of using simple, natural ingredients to build strength is also found in their approach to fasting. To discover their ancient practices for building a stronger body, don't miss our last deep dive. Check the description for the link to the Hutterite fasting secret. Secret number 11, the natural preservative, vinegar. A tiny amount of a simple, natural ingredient is sometimes added to their dough to extend its shelf life. Apple cider vinegar. The acetic acid in the vinegar is a natural mold inhibitor. It doesn't affect the flavor of the bread, but it can help a loaf stay fresh and mold-free for an extra day or two, a crucial advantage when you are baking for a large community. Secret number 12, the potato water trick. Nothing is wasted in a Hutterite kitchen. When they boil potatoes for a meal, the starchy water is not thrown away. It is saved and used as the liquid for the next batch of bread. The natural starches from the potato make the bread incredibly moist, soft, and give it a longer shelf life. It's a simple, frugal secret that produces a superior loaf. Secret number 13, the double bake for rusks. How do they preserve bread for even longer? They turn it into zwieback or rusks. Stale or leftover bread is sliced and then slowly baked a second time in a low oven until it is completely dry and crisp. These hard, dry rusks are like a savory biscuit. They can be stored in a tin for months and are perfect for teething babies or for dunking in coffee or soup. Secret number 14, the community's bread boss. In every colony, one woman is designated as the kuchabasin, or head cook, and often there is a specific woman who is the bread boss. She is the keeper of the starter, the master of the recipes, and the teacher for the next generation. This specialization ensures that the quality and consistency of the colony's daily bread is always maintained at the highest level. It is a position of great honor and responsibility. Secret number 15, bread as a symbol. The final secret is not a technique, but a philosophy. Bread is never just carbs to a Hutterite. It is a profound symbol of their entire way of life. The wheat is grown through their collective labor. It is ground in their own mill. It is baked in the communal kitchen. And it is shared by all at the common table. It is a daily, edible reminder of their interdependence and their shared faith. Here at the Colony Legacy, we believe this deep respect for their daily bread is the ultimate ingredient that makes it so special. Secret number 16, the soaker method for grains. To make their whole grain breads even healthier and easier to digest, Hutterite bakers often use a soaker. The night before baking, they will take the coarse whole wheat flour or cracked grains and soak them in water or buttermilk. This process softens the grains, begins to break down tough starches, and neutralizes phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that can block mineral absorption. The result is a bread that is not only softer and more flavorful, but also significantly more nutritious. Secret number 17, using whey instead of water. Self-sufficiency means using every byproduct. When the colony makes cheese, the watery liquid left over is called whey. This whey is a nutritional gold mine, packed with protein and beneficial bacteria. Instead of discarding it, Hutterite bakers use this whey as the liquid in their bread recipes. The whey adds a subtle tangy flavor, contributes to a soft crumb, and boosts the protein content of the final loaf, turning a simple bread into a more complete food. Secret number 18, the window pane test. How does a baker know when the dough has been kneaded enough without a timer? They use an ancient tactile technique called the window pane test. The baker will take a small piece of dough and gently stretch it between their fingers. If the gluten has been sufficiently developed, the dough will stretch so thin that it becomes translucent, like a small window pane, without tearing. This simple hands-on test is a far more accurate measure of dough readiness than any recipe's instruction to knead for 10 minutes. Secret number 19, the no-knead autolyse. For some of their breads, Hutterite bakers use a technique that saves labor and develops flavor, the autolyse. This simply means mixing only the flour and water together and letting them rest for 20 to 30 minutes before adding the starter, salt, and other ingredients. During this rest period, the flour fully absorbs the water and the gluten begins to develop on its own, without any kneading. This makes the final dough easier to work with, more extensible, and gives it a better flavor and texture. Secret Tier 20, the blessing of the bread. The final secret is a spiritual one. Before the bread is baked, a Hutterite baker will often say a quiet prayer over the dough, a blessing for the food that will nourish their community. This act infuses the entire process with a sense of reverence and gratitude. It is a reminder that baking is not just a chore, but a sacred act of service. They believe that this final, invisible ingredient, the intention and the prayer, is what truly sets their bread apart. Before we close, here are the essentials. Begin with a living starter. Honor whole grains and let time, temperature, and steam do the work. Waste nothing. Potato water, whey, and double baking extend freshness. Bake with patience, intention, and community. If this helped, please subscribe to the Colony Legacy and share your favorite homemade bread or a special baking memory in the comments. The Hutterites understand that a good day starts with good bread. Their Amish cousins know that a good life depends on a good night's rest. To discover their blueprint for perfect sleep without pills, make sure you subscribe to the Colony Legacy for our upcoming documentary, The Amish Sleep Blueprint.